Faith under pressure. James 1, 2, and 3 says, My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. You ever feel that your faith is under pressure? Welcome to Time with Grandpa and Grandma. This is Scripture Supplements, and I'm glad you're here today with me. Faith under pressure. Have you ever been under pressure? James really spells it out when he says, count it all joy. That's hard to do sometimes, isn't it? When you fall into diverse temptations. Trials produce endurance and spiritual maturity. And I think we have to remember that. This is how we grow up. You know, when we're younger, seems like we got a lot more ambition and we do things. Sometimes we get in a hurry. We aren't patient to let God work through us, but we get in a big hurry, don't we? But as we grow up, what happens in our Christian walk? Well, hopefully through these trials, through the things that God allows in our life, we are to mature, to become Christians that are stronger in our faith, that trust God more, that look to God in all things. But sometimes when we stop and think about it, why are we to count it all joy? Uh, I think this year for Cheryl and I, we've had a year of a lot of trials in our life. And they're medical trials, trials where we aren't feeling that well, trials where Cheryl just had some skin cancer removed, and I've had some issues with my heart, and they're trying to adjust the high blood pressure that I have, which they're doing a very good job of that. The last test came, my echo that came back, that the valve that they were concerned about with leakage in my heart didn't show leakage, and that was great. And so nothing will have to be done right now for that. And my blood pressure is finally getting down under control, and so there are things that we consider and look at trials in our life that turn out. God turns them out for the good. But as we go through them, they're kind of hard, and but that's what matures us. And I think that's important for us to remember. We need to become mature Christians. We need to not just blow up at every trial that comes our way or every problem that enters our life, but to realize that God is trying to do something in our life. God's trying to shape us. I think of the story of the blacksmith and the blade. A young apprentice once watched a seasoned blacksmith hammering a piece of steel on an anvil. The metal glowed hot, red hot, sparks flying with every strike. The apprentice finally asked, Why do you keep hitting it so hard? Isn't the fire enough? And the blacksmith smiled and said, The fire makes it soft, but the hammer gives it strength. If I only heat it, it stays weak. If I only strike it cold, it'll shatter. But fire and pressure together make a blade that will not break. And then he added, Every blow has a purpose. I never strike without shaping. In the same way, the heat of trials soften our pride. The pressure of testing shapes our character, and the repeated blows of difficulty forge endurance in our life. When you understand that God is the master blacksmith, you stop seeing trials as random hits and start seeing them as intentional shaping. That's what God's trying to do. He's trying to shape you in your life. I think my grandchildren, I look at their young life, and they got so much ahead of them. God will work in their life. God will send trials in their life to mature them. He still sends those trials in my life at age 75. So God continually tries to shape us and mature us and turn us into what he wants us to be. Trials aren't punishment. Trials aren't punishment, they're preparation. When you understand that trials are purposeful, your response shifts from frustration to cooperation. Instead of asking, why me? You begin asking, what is God shaping in me? Pressure becomes a platform for growth rather than discouragement. And I just want to leave you with a question. What current trial could become a place of spiritual growth if you embrace God's purpose in it? Don't think of it as, why God? Why God are you doing this to me? I can't take this, but realize that you need to embrace the trial as God has a purpose. God is shaping you. Let God shape you. Let God mature you. That's what it's all about, Christian. We need to grow up in our faith. Faith under pressure. James puts it so well. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. What's God shaping in your life today? What's he trying to mature you with today? Let him do it. Go through that trial. Know that he's going to go through it with you. He won't just leave you in it to go through alone, but he will be there with you. Well, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you viewing this. Leave a comment. It's good to hear from you. Some of you have been doing that, and that's great. Love to hear from you, and hope you have a good day, and we'll see you next time.